Lucid dreams, running, panting, screams called out in the distance. Olive was up, paranoid, as they felt a dark presence in their house, the lights off. It was pitch black outside, though it was the middle of the night. They fully thought it was all having to do with the time, though they did not understand why they were up. They should have been asleep. Must have been an urge. That's when the sounds started to become audible. Dull, muffled screams were heard across the house. Olive didn't have any idea that the house was haunted, but they didn't really care. They kind of liked the paranormality. Yet that was going to become the one thing that truly scarred their life. The odd behavior got to the point where they actually began to worry. They could hear loud but abrupt scratching coming from outside. Though it was so consistent with happening, it urged them to the point of going outside to see what was making that noise. They looked through every structure, turned every corner, but what they found was nothing. Or that's what they first thought. The sounds were suddenly overlapping, not in the way you would think, but it appeared like multiple versions of the sound were playing at the same time. But that couldn't be. This wasn't a video or a game, but they slowly began to realize that no matter what they thought, they were required to play. They continued looking around, but eventually found what was making that noise. A figure, almost 3 meters, unreasonably skinny. It was like it approached Olive in a matter of seconds with no intention of becoming friends. Olive backed away with every blinking moment that it got closer. They counted their steps, every single one. 1, 2. With every step, it felt that the figure got closer. 3, 4, 5. It was almost like the figure was staring them in the eyes. 6. The chase had begun. Running, panting, screams called out in the distance. Olive kept running, the figure close behind. There was only one thing left for them to do. They screamed, no, shouted, for help as they ran. They were sobbing, calling, screaming for anyone they knew that can help. But before they knew it, they awoke in the real world. Their face was filled with tears, and their phone was also vibrating. They picked up, and the caller revealed themselves to be their best friend, Sierra. "Hey, what's up? Why call so late at night?" Olive asked. "I don't know. For some reason, it felt that something was wrong with you, so I just wanted to check in, see how you were doing." She replied back, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I'll go back to sleep now. I guess you should too." The call ended, and Olive wrapped themselves back in their blanket, that in which they could only hope that they didn't have another dream like that again. The next day, Olive woke up refreshed, as if nothing happened that night. Then they went to check up on Sierra, and she appeared fine too. Was it only them that were paranoid of unbeknownst danger? Or was Sierra secretly someone who watches people's dreams, and she was witnessing Olive's last night? I'm not sure, but somehow, as Olive screamed for help, it was almost like an urge that Sierra felt. Once, or as Olive screamed, Sierra suddenly woke up, and I don't know, maybe It was just feelings. Sierra ringed their phone, and they woke up.